Hello, everybody. It's Saturday. It's 8 o'clock Eastern. Two things are checked out. And now, for the first time, we have two adults actually running the stream. So, some good fun's going to be going on tonight. Fiscal, what's been going on for you this week?
Well, hey, all my portfolios are up.
Of course,
That's
of course.
good news. I no longer invest in falling knives apparently because the
Nope.
stocks are all up.
Stock-
Yeah.
If the stocks go up, they aren't falling knives anymore.
Nope.
So,
No,
believe it or not,
they're stabbing upwards. They're awesome. Yeah.
indeed.
Yeah, it's been a wild week, honestly, in the market for me. But happy to see some things proven right. A lot of the companies that I've bought that people have criticized me for had pretty solid earnings results and good guidance. And,
Ah,
I feel a little vindicated. I mean, granted, I'm not going to do a victory lap because of one good quarter, but, you know, to be told like, oh, this is a dying company and it's a cigar
you
button,
got to
blah, blah,
keep
blah.
that same energy back at them.
Yeah. It's just, it's nice to see like, oh, you mean it's got growth and things are going well? I thought it was a terrible company. What
That's what I was
gives?
told.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, it was a pretty eventful week. So many different reasons, and I'm about to hit a shameless self-promotion here. If you think I look cute in this shirt, there's nothing wrong with it. But we now have do dividend stocks, not drugs merchandise. I do everything in this shirt, even though I just got it an hour and a half ago. I'll do everything in it. It's pretty
You
quality.
shower in it too?
I'm pretty satisfied with the quality itself too. So like it feels good. The print came out nice. I'll share my experience. It'll be a day by day thing. So
Yeah.
obviously you guys know where to go for that. The links are always in the description. So
Of course. Yeah,
yeah,
let me know how it holds up in the wash.
I no, I don't. Yeah, I actually will. I need to do that because I'll be honest here. I'm an honest man. It came with a bit of a funky smell, as expected. As expected.
That new shirt
So
smell.
yeah. So we're gonna get some of the Tide Pods in there, and it'll nothing better than Saturday Night
For
Laundry and
washing, not
Saturday Night
eating, right?
Streams. Yeah. Wash it.
Okay, okay. We're not doing the
Yeah.
Tide Pod challenge on this channel.
No, not that's maybe we hit 100 subscribers.
Okay.
We it's a party in here. We got uncertified financial arouser Anthony Buffett, a future guest soon to be coming on.
Whoa.
Slow broke. The merch. I don't know. I don't have all of them, but I can get you a hefty discount. I'm sure. Most package closed do ya? I don't know. I don't know how to interpret that, but there was a pretty eventful week when it came to earnings.
It was.
What companies this week were you like? You kind of shoved it in their people's faces when they did good. We've been hearing a lot of slander recently, and it's like,
Well, I mean, okay, so this week in particular, the big one
mhm.
was actually Paramount.
I was told Paramount was a cigar butt.
Yeah. No, so they are getting so close to profitable on Paramount Plus, and they're up to 63 million subscribers on there.
I gotta say, CBS football. I think that's a big one for like the live sports. I think that could, if I could see anything from the outside, South Park live sports. I think that's competitive
No.
advantage.
I mean, here's the thing: Paramount was crashing towards like $10, and it's all the way back up to like 13 off of this earnings. Their earnings was that good. It was incredible. Yeah.
I'm hearing crickets from some people in the chat.
Yeah. Now, granted, like I said, I'm not going to do a victory lap off of one thing, but it seems like a lot of the winds are blowing in the right direction for them. For streaming is of course going to be the real future of entertainment, right?
Yeah.
And so the fact that they're executing pretty well on that, I think, says good things about the future of their company, right? There is life for them beyond just old school TV. People think of Paramount as like, a movie studio and a TV company basically, and not much else.
Mhm.
But yeah, I think they're showing their chops now.
Yeah. We got a candidate for, I'm not here to provide any spoilers, but at the end of the year, we're going to have some rewards to give, or awards, rather say, to some of our members here on the channel. Some world's best commenter, world's nicest man. No spoilers, but Frank is definitely a candidate in there. Welcome back to the chat, Frank. Paramount's an AI company. Trust me.
Oh yeah, it's an AI company for
Yeah.
sure. I hear they use Chat GPT in Paramount Plus to help you to suggest content.
Yeah, that just bumped the stock up 10%. Well, there are a few companies in my portfolio that mentioned AI this week. Microsoft, believe it or not. Starbucks. I want to talk about that one because I didn't think my birthday could get any better. But then I saw Starbucks was up 10% on the day, and I'm like, oh, man, bring Christmas on. Bring Christmas at this point, you know?
Yeah.
But Starbucks was up 13% this week. I was...
Yeah. So I saw that that interview with Jim Cramer that the CEO did. That CEO is...
We won't try to pronounce his name. It's
I won't. I
That's...
won't try to pronounce the name, but he is slick. He's a smooth
He's a
customer.
smooth criminal.
Yeah.
He's like, if you listen to Brian Cornell talk, I think we've listened to an interview of the Target CEO talk. It's like a robot. Or like, obviously CEOs more at the end of the day are like, you got to have the execution, but
all right,
at the end of the day, it's business execution. But if you add personality on top of there, it's bonus points.
Here's what I'm going to say about that. All right, because it was you did the video reaction to it. As I was watching it, I found myself wanting to go to Starbucks and get a coffee, and then afterwards come home and buy their stock. That's like how I was feeling emotionally.
It got you fired up, didn't it?
I mean, I'm like, wow, this guy is good. Is for just making me feel that kind of way.
Well, Fiscal, I appreciate that.
Yeah.
But I suggest you try the chai tea latte. We are a cultured company.
Don't call it chai tea, though, because that's redundant.
Yeah.
He said you got to make sure not to call it that.
My bad. Sorry, Lexman. We got Ann Pham, who is a candidate for the best name with certified financial arouser. No spoilers, but what's going on with you guys this week? Any new buys? Well, Ann Pham, that's funny you mentioned that because tomorrow we'll be posting our buys and sells weekly recap segment. Thanks for asking. Do you have any spoilers for the people this week, Fiscal?
I'm feeling lucky. That's the spoiler. It's a hint.
I don't think I bought anything this week. Not that I remember. It
was a small buy. It was a straight up buy. No options or anything like that on this one. It was a straight buy.
Yeah, my portfolio value. I'm gonna brag a little bit here. It went up like $1,000 within like a 5-day period, which it's ridiculous. Like,
I don't. Every 5 days, you could never work.
I know that's some Jeremy stuff right there. Starbucks is a tech and AI. He did mention Starbucks is an AI company. I'll say that.
Everything's an AI company if you imagine hard enough.
Target's an AI company. The CEO is an AI. That's a funny comment.
You know what? Some companies should try to be like the first company to have an AI as its CEO. I bet the stock would go up.
Pump it, baby. Oh, yeah. Oh, and here comes...
The two best things for the heart are pumping and humping.
Going to get dinner with my grandma later. Where are you getting dinner from? I'm
Grandma better be cooking.
Yeah, it's got to be grandma's spaghetti and meatballs or Chipotle. That's my bet. What's your opinion on Whirlpool?
Yeah. I don't know about that one. I mean, I know they make a lot of appliances and that kind of thing, but I've never really looked that closely at the stock. I think wasn't it like to reference the Everything Money channel, wasn't it on there like 8 pillars or something?
Is it the 8 pillars or the 6 pillars?
No, they have 8 pillars. Yeah, and I think I think they were talking about Whirlpool a while back because anytime a company meets the screening metrics, their audience always like demands a video. So I feel like that's where I saw it, but I never really looked into it myself.
Yeah. I have no comment, no further comment on Whirlpool. I can't make one way or the other. Feeling lucky. He's guessing Vici. Oh,
It's a little bit more difficult to guess than that.
Vici. We got to get on the topic of Realty Income and Vici this week.
We
Because there
do.
was a point in the week where Realty Income hit $44
Mm-hmm.
and Vici hit $26.50
But
around there.
it's funny because I did technically buy $1,000 of Realty Income in my YouTube
I'm
portfolio.
so happy it wasn't MPW.
You cast the tie-breaking vote though, and then
I did.
immediately after I bought it, a bunch of people came in to vote MPW. But it's like it's too late. I already did it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, yeah, I bought 1,000 of it, and then I think it dropped a little bit more after I bought it, but I don't really care. So, I mean,
I want to
it's
talk about that Spirit Realty acquisition
yeah,
because there's been definitely some mixed thoughts in
yeah.
the Discord, link in the description, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
But it's
It looks like it, honestly, on the surface, it looks like overpay to me.
I don't see what's so great about it. Like the only thing that I saw that they didn't have in there was like golf courses, which none of their Spirit Realty's holdings make up 25 or 4% or more of their. So I'm not a fan. I just don't see why you'd buy more. It's like buying more Realty Income, quite literally.
Well, they're calling it diversification, and they're saying that it'll add 2.5% adjusted funds from operations per share, and they used stock to make the acquisition, so they didn't take on debt for it or anything.
Yeah.
But they did it at like twice book value, if I
Yeah.
was seeing the numbers right, because I think Spirit is between 4 and 5 billion worth of book value, and they did it for like 9 billion. So to me, that looks like overpay. But anytime one public company acquires another, it's almost always overpay by that standard,
Mhm.
you know?
Yeah. Unknown is up over 8% this week. I think I'm up roughly 6%. Roughly a week and a half.
Yeah, I think 5 or 6% here too.
I made a joke that if UPS didn't deliver this shirt by the stream time, that I'd sell out of it.
You should. You should have. You should have held to your guns on that one.
Yeah. I was right, Chipotle. Everything money. And Apple's intrinsic value is $25 a share. Now remember, guys, this is just I'll be watch listing at $30.
Okay, that is good.
He has 8 or 9 businesses upstairs. You know, he's got to be picky.
Exactly. I wish I had 8 or 9 businesses upstairs and a $10,000 watch.
Yeah.
I'm a failure in life because I didn't get a $10,000 watch before I'm 30.
Indeed.
Somebody needs to give me a spanking.
Yeah, I got an Apple Watch SE. If that, I'm not trying to brag here, but for PayPal to succeed, I need fiscal to sell.
Yeah, it because everything goes down when I get in?
You got the Kramer effect.
Yeah, that's to me IRL for me IRL right now, buddy. Yeah,
I'm cash heavy at the moment. Recession's coming in 24. We got Jeremy in the chat. And Fam's predicting it.
Yeah, I'd like to be cash heavy.
Yeah.
Well, I am making like $2 or $3 a day on YouTube now, so
all right. Let's not brag, okay? Let's not make the chat feel guilty. Some people do a lot for that type of money, okay? Let's not flaunt our wealth, our riches on here.
It's true. Wealth. Have you seen that channel? The guy on Shorts that he'll like ask like the most expensive liquor at a bar, and he'll have them put it in some like awful fruity cocktail instead of drinking it straight up. Like, when you buy like a $200 glass of whiskey, you're supposed to just like sip it or whatever.
Yeah.
But he'll be like, can you put it in a Manhattan or whatever? And he'll like knock the whole thing back in like one gulp, and then say something like, your cable bill. Wealth. And he gets like hundreds of thousands of views on this. It's obscene, but also you can't look away.
Yeah, we got to start sending me and you out and start doing stupid stuff in public, like asking random people on Tattooed Chef or like going to
Yeah.
Starbucks and interviewing people,
And then offer them $100 if they get the answer right to whatever question it is.
Yeah, just an impossible. What was Starbucks' free cash flow per share on the year that it declined after 2019? After 2019, oh,
Was it 498? No, it was 497. You're stupid.
yes, Frank, for real.
Yeah.
I want to talk about Joseph Carlson because we talked a little bit on Discord about this.
Yeah. Yes.
But
Let's talk about
Joseph Carlson has been going on a little Twitter rant, and this is, I'll be honest.
X, not Twitter.
Yeah, my bad.
Don't make Daddy Elon come in here and punish you.
But Joe's been going on Twitter, and as Dividend Dude comes in, Joseph Carlson's always right. And I'm just saying, I agree with probably 80% of the stuff that Joseph says, but I feel like he is extremely. Whenever a stock goes down, he's just gotta rub it in your face. He's gotta let you know that he sold out.
He's afraid of all retail.
I think he might be,
unless it's Costco because they charge you to shop there.
Yeah. But
that's he's got a big brain. I mean, granted, like I don't think he's a stupid guy, but I mean, he's afraid of retail, comparing it to automotive. Okay, automotive is a flaming turd. Retail has a lot of very good businesses.
Yeah, I never touch auto or airplanes, me personally.
So even airlines, there's probably a couple good choices there. And automotive has Toyota and arguably Ferrari that aren't bad. I mean, of course, I wouldn't consider Tesla's in there, but like, everyone says that they're an AI company and not a car company, so I'm not counting them.
Hey. Yeah, he was talking about Estee Lauder, and I don't.
Is that the makeup company?
Yeah, it's the makeup company that he used to own, and don't worry, he sold out of it before it went down. Just to make, just to let you know, right? Just to let you know, because he's right. Mm-hmm. So he made like a tweet about it's just him like going off on retail and how he owns Costco and he bought it and how everybody seems to be against him. He thinks, and I just hate that mindset. Like
everybody's against him.
Everybody's against him, using him using him for views. That's another. I don't know if I want to get into that, but
yeah. I mean,
hopefully
I rarely bring up other channels on mine unless it's just like if they did a video on the same company recently and they had like a valuation or something, and I want to be like, hey, like they valued it a different way for me, and this is the number they came up with. This is my number, just for comparison's sake. And I always, I call them by name and encourage other people to go like, check out their stuff. So like, I don't really clout chase, to be honest.
I mean, I like if you can consider the portfolio reviews clout chasing, then I'm guilty as charged.
Hey, I mean, I think a portfolio review is, I think that's inbounds. I don't really consider that clout chasing.
Yeah,
because you do it for normal people too. It's not like you only ever review famous people's portfolios, right?
Yeah.
So it's like you just treat them all. As long as you treat them all the same, I don't think it's clout chasing.
Oops. Oh, that's good clarification. We got Joe on his alternate account. Lots of money stuff. He might as well buy QE2, yeah.
Right. Yeah, I think that's one of the big criticisms of Joey C. It's like, I mean, are you really that creative if you're just buying like Apple and like what else does he have? Does he have Netflix or Meta or he has Apple, Microsoft, basically a bunch of large cap tech, right? Like that's like the bulk of it. But then he's got like Costco and stuff in there just to pretend like he invests in stuff other than large cap tech. Yeah, so it's like, those are the highest weighting in most of the indices anyway. Like if you bought SPY or VOO or even VT or QQQ, your largest, allotment is going to be Apple. Like that's going to be your large, like, so if you already want to have Apple be your highest weighting, might as well, right?
And this is the tweet that I was kind of referring back to. He said, the longer I invest, the more scared I become of retailers. They look fundamentally great. And then
spooky.
Yeah. And then I responded, and I got 1,500 views on it. And I just said, it's easy to say this whenever stocks are down. Companies like Target will average out during the good times and the bad. If you're willing to accept that and get the quality and get the company at a quality value for a solid business, I think it's fine not to own an Amazon and Costco if you're only as your only retail.
It's funny. I actually went to Target again today.
Oh my gosh.
I know. Now I previously said you can't get out of there for under $100. Now I only spent like 60 this time. I really, really restrained myself.
That's what'd you buy?
Oh gosh, I bought. So they had this. They had chicken tenders that looked really good. So I got some of those.
Tyson?
No, like the hot ones at like the deli counter or whatever. Yeah,
okay.
Yeah. They came out fresh, and I was just like the guy was literally stacking them out there right when I walked by, and I'm like, those smell really good, and they were very nice, delicious.
That's nice.
So I had some tendies. They had
tendies.
They had some sushi that looked pretty legit, actually. And it's like a good amount too, and it's actually got like tuna and salmon and stuff. Like it's legit sushi. Look, granted, not like from a high end restaurant, but good for a grocery store. So I got that. I picked up, like they have their own store brand of light ice cream. It's similar to Halo Top. It's called Favorite Day. I'm going to be a big endorser of that. I think it's better than Halo Top, and it's cheaper, and I got 6 pints of that. I'm going to probably just have one each night this week for like dessert or like, a treat or whatever.
Yeah.
Because I think that's better than like a protein bar or something like that.
I'm a big Quest bar guy. I don't eat the Quest bars every day. I get the dipped I get the donut flavored ones and I get the dipped ones. It's eatable. It's very eatable, and it tastes like a nice treat. And I think it's when you're bulking like me,
but about half the bill was the ice cream because it was 6 containers. So there you go. But that's pretty much it. I also got a couple of glasses just like for beverages or whatever. I needed a couple, so I just grabbed them there. They were like $2 a piece though, so almost nothing.
It's passive income that paid for that on YouTube. Thought I'd let you know.
Yeah, right. 2 day, I bought those with my YouTube passive income. That's right, buddy. I like I said, my YouTube income is basically covering my daily energy drink. So
that's nice.
Yeah, my addiction is now 100% covered by YouTube. Thank you, YouTube.
JC outperforms the S&P 500 and is transparent about it. He openly shares his positions and his strategy. This JC slander will not be tolerated. Commented by JC Fanboy in 1922.
How much did he pay you to say that?
Yeah. How much did he? I'm not going to say what I was going to say. I feel like yeah. I mean, who are we comparing him to? That's the thing. If it's Jeremy, easy money.
You know what? Even like let's even leave Jeremy out of it and say like Stock Mo, who's got like a zillion subscribers for no good reason. But he was a teacher. His class won the stock market game, so he should, like, 500,000 people should do what he says for sure. Or gosh, have you ever heard of what's his name? Steven Van Meter? The dude literally this guy literally he was literally like taking money.
Steven Van Meter?
Yeah, like, if a company has a stock and they pay you to promote it, you have to like have like a disclaimer on it and whatever. I think he was doing that from what I remember.
This guy's got no creativity in his thumbnails. It's fire and the company's logo in the back every
video. That's mine. He stole that from me.
He did steal it from he's got the Target. He's got some nice eyebrow. Okay. But I mean, he had the FTX thing. I'm not going to blame him for that. That was If dividend data is accused of some heinous crime tomorrow, then I look pretty bad. So
you have you have to look at it from this perspective, though. I think any of them promoting anything crypto is immensely irresponsible, just off the rip, right? Because I don't even think people that pretend to understand it actually do.
Yeah.
I think they have a lot of like terminology that they've made up amongst themselves in order to feel like there's some kind of a method to it. There isn't.
Yeah. Who's in the YouTube financial space that I look up to? I'll let you go first, Fiscal. I know Jeremy's first. Jeremy and Meet Kevin are your first
Yeah.
two.
Yeah. Well, to be honest, like in the early days, like this is gonna sound sappy as hell, but in the early days it was you because you were a real one. Like,
Aw.
I
Aw.
had like 3 subscribers and like I slid into that Discord and you were like totally cool even though like you had no idea who I was and I was just like starting out and stuff. So um so
Yeah,
you
don't
first
pull an
of all,
Anakin Skywalker on me here, okay? I'm old.
you underestimate my power. Um so ugh, gosh. Hard
My
pretty
allegiance
hard.
is to the Republic, not democracy. Yeah, we're the Stock Wars. Joseph
Yeah.
Carlson's Emperor Palpatine.
Right.
He's gonna offer you a Qualcomm sponsorship. We're gonna have to rebel.
So, okay, I will say I will say this. Old school Graham Stephan when he first
Oh
started out
yeah,
and
totally.
when his content was mostly about like how being frugal,
Yeah,
doing his daily coffee for 20 cents instead of going to Starbucks. Although pipe down, Graham, we got to pay Ryan's dividend. Like
yeah,
let your people keep going to Starbucks.
yeah.
I definitely think, in those days before the FTX days, he was doing more harm than good. But then like he jumped in the crypto bandwagon pretty quick,
Oh, he
and
did.
like I haven't been able to watch him since. Right now, I think Caleb Hammer is doing some good stuff, shedding some light on just like personal responsibility type stuff. I think he's maybe like I would call him the millennial/Gen Z Dave Ramsey in that sense of like explaining to people why credit card debt is bad and that kind of
Yeah.
thing, but in a way that isn't like you got a good church, son. You know what I mean? So yeah,
I'd have to go with dividend data got me into it. Like that was like that's what got me all fired up to get into it. And it's kind of crazy that I get to work with them to an extent now, but like if it were 2 or 3 years ago when I started, it would have been much more like surreal. But now it's nice. I
oh
think you got me motivated to start uploading more quantity. Maybe
yeah,
when you started, because I
yeah.
saw you uploading every day, and I kind of looked at myself. I'm like, he's growing faster than me. I'm a little bitch, and then I got to keep just churning out stuff.
Yeah, that's how I am with everything that I get into. I'm just like I it's like I will be like I will just persist and persist and persist until I
The
get
logging.
the result I want. I'm a auger.
Yeah, I
um,
look up the Stupula.
also, have you heard of have you seen the Dividends and Income channel? The guy's name is Jason Faber.
Dividends, and I gotta look. I feel like I've seen that. Heard that.
He's bald, kind of scrawny and a little older. He's like early 40s, something like that.
Yeah, I've watched a
Yeah.
video. I
Yeah.
Isn't there two guys on that channel though, or is it just him?
I think there might be another guy, but like
Okay,
I
'cause I
haven't
know
seen
there's
it.
an old guy on it,
I
but
literally have not seen
I
the
like him.
old guy in like forever. So I'm
Yeah.
wondering if maybe the Cove got him.
Jesus Christ.
I mean,
Battery's out on the street right now with Seth from Everything Money. We gotta sign him as free agents to the channel.
I think his name was like David Van Knapp or something like that. The old guy. I'm pretty good with names. I think it was David Van Knapp or something like that. But yeah, him and Seth, we got to sign him to the Cash Flow Kings channel.
We'll offer him a T-shirt, maybe a free
They
channel
can
membership.
be our behind the scenes guys.
I hate Mo. Oh, that's nice. Thank you, unknown. Hey, Fiscal, mind if I drop a sub? Wait, I don't mind.
Go right ahead.
Links in description. Oh, frick! I didn't put the links in description yet. Okay, I got to work on that. BPD podcast and Value Entertainment.
Oh, Valuetainment. That's. Or do you mean Valuetainment like Patrick Bet David, or do you mean something else?
No clue.
Yeah, because there's valuetainment. I've never heard of value entertainment. I've heard of valuetainment though.
And also, guys, this is another. We're having a Discord Fortnite night after this that shows the type of levels that our channels really got to. So if you want to play if you want to play Fortnite tonight with me, Dividend Dude, and Ritz, there you go. So anything can happen. I don't know if fiscal might be a little too young for that, but the new Fortnite season's out, and everybody's
I have
playing.
never played that game before.
I grew up.
Of course, I've heard of it because I'm a human being that's on the internet, but I've never played it. Honestly, between full-time work and channels and all the other things I try to do with my life, like the time I have for any video games is so minuscule nowadays. When I was your age though, like I would have rather played video games than just about anything in life.
Yeah.
But it's interesting because I never would have thought that, some years down the line that the paradigm would shift for me and gaming would no longer matter.
I try to, when I do play video games, I try to match it up with YouTube or like finance overall and stuff. So I'll throw on some videos in the background, and it keeps me engaged.
I would not necessarily like exclude the idea of someday
Coming out of retirement,
joining the party, so to speak. Is it on Xbox Live? Is it PlayStation Network? Like,
oh, this is great. We got some viewer confirmation from the man Dresch. Van Knapp still does his portfolio updates every month. He survived the COVID.
So I got his name right. Was it David Van Knapp, or was it? I know I got the last name right now.
I'm so confused. I know the old guy and the young bald guy. So
yeah, okay.
But I like both of them. They're solid. Stock picking is video games for adults.
Yeah, I guess it is. I'm going to be very honest. One reason I do like it, like I do get a lot of, I guess, like personal amusement out of the whole process.
Oh yeah,
like
everybody does.
Yeah,
stocks.
Yeah, it entertains me in the same. Like I used to get a similar type of entertainment from playing poker back in the day, before they like banned Poker Stars and Full Tilt Poker from the US. And and that's not to say that stock picking is necessarily gambling. Poker isn't even gambling actually, but it exercises some of the same skills though. Because if you play poker emotionally, you'll make poor decisions and lose money. And I think the same happens in the stock market, right? If you get panicked and you sell because you're afraid of something going down, because you're afraid of going to zero or whatever, you're probably going to be selling at the exact wrong time when you should have been buying. In a lot of cases.
Intel. I'm sorry, Intel.
Right. Yeah. I mean, if you learn from it though, right?
Yeah. I sold out of VF Corp at the right time, though. That was a company that reported and it got smoked. It got pounded.
And it's also, sometimes you might buy something or sell something for the right reasons and it still goes wrong.
Yeah.
Like it still goes against you because other things can then happen that you couldn't see coming or are outside your, control or, whatever.
Yeah. If stock picking is like video games for adults, and I know Joseph Carlson was the one guy that reported everybody that would cuss in the lobby. I know he'd just be the one guy. Banned.
Yeah, he doesn't seem like a lot of fun to me.
No, he doesn't seem like a guy you'd love to have if you're going to a party, a fella's night out.
He gives off big hall monitor energy.
He's gonna come on the street. He's gonna like react to this, and he's gonna.
I certainly hope so.
These irrelevant. These guys are using my name for clicks and money.
I mean, I don't know. Is his name even in the title? Are you gonna throw it in the title after the fact just to get more?
Maybe I should.
You should just to peeve him off. Give us our first community guideline strike.
We got our first hate comment this week.
About 3M, right?
I was
How dare
I
you
was
claim
I was
$40 in
I got
3M?
a hardened warning that I sold out too early. Out of my half a share at $44. So
Yeah,
I,
that's gonna be you're in 20 years, you're gonna be deeply regretting your decision to sell $40 with the 3M.
poor dividend. Poor dividend. It's ain't up for it. Oh, I gotta tell you about a genius strategy that I tried out a few weeks ago. That I don't think I ever told you.
All right,
So
let's hear it.
I made a yield max video probably 2 weeks ago where I just basically went over the hate comments and clarified why I don't like it even more. So I made an anonymous account on Reddit and I took a screenshot from another account, leaving a dislike on the video. And I just made like a whole ranting post. This young buck, he's so disrespectful to the yield max investors. He doesn't know anything. His immaturity blinds him. And like 5 people liked it, and a bunch of people, and it like helped. It helped the video, and it got posted to the. There was a yield max Discord that it got to, and it got posted on there. So I'm.
Any publicity is good publicity. There's no such thing as bad publicity.
It's a strategy.
Yeah.
Same by the man, JC.
That's some ninja marketing stuff there, dude.
I will say this: Joseph is somebody that you want to have your side if you're going into an argument. Like
Sure.
if you share the same values or points or whatever, you'll definitely like him.
Yeah. No, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, he's got big debate team club captain energy.
The debate team shows up to the school on Saturday. Joe's just leading them out.
Yeah.
Staring down the other schools.
Yeah. I mean, I hope he can take. I mean, it doesn't seem like he can take a joke, and that's part of the reason why I lean into it. Like, I hope he can. Yeah. If he sees this and like leaves an LOL in the comments, like, chef's kiss.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks for blessing us, JC. Appreciate you.
Thank you to Paul Gabriel. I managed to buy my first watch for $9,999.99. I rounded up to $10,000, which I hope he thinks correct. I'll forever look up to him.
Oh, Paul. Yeah, he jumps the shark sometimes nowadays. That channel was so much better with Seth.
No, I think he. Well, yeah, but like I think he might have been making you know how the scam comments in the comment section sometimes. Thank you to advisor Paul Mary Smith.
Yeah. Yes, I also invest with Mary.
Wow, you do too? Look at her website.
And all of a sudden, there's 16 comments in a row in that one thread that way they all happen to invest with Mary, and you can reach her on her Telegram channel.
Yeah, I'm not giving financial advice, but if you want to
120% returns a week, you say?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I do. I was meaning to mention Chris Bell, aka Strongman. Yeah. I mean, he's the one that made me believe I could do it without knowing what I'm doing, making videos, because he made it to 10K plus with no shirt in his garage with no editing. So I'm like, okay, all right, let's do this. Like, that was one of the reasons I didn't get like caught up, like holding out for some kind of editing or thumbnail skill or anything like that. I was just like, you know what? Let's just jump in and grind and see what happens. Yeah. Inspiring.
How sustainable do you think your channel will be, considering that you're uploading pretty much every day?
Honestly, I'm probably only doing 4 to 5 a week right now.
Mm-hmm.
Because, now that I actually do spend some time in Adobe, doing
it's not just one take,
Yeah, it's not just one thing. Like, yeah, it's honestly, I think it's pretty sustainable. Like, I can pretty much out effort just about anybody in just about anything.
Unfortunately, sometimes effort doesn't always equate to views.
Well, not in every video, right? But I think on a long enough timeline,
as long as it's going up, there's gonna be.
I will incrementally do better as I figure different things out over the long run, and the analytics, as I get better at reading those and figuring out what I can take away from those, that can tell me where to zero in. Right? I used to have pretty low click-through rates. My thumbnails got better. My click-through rates went up by quite a lot.
Yeah.
I mean, consistently. Like right now, it considers like a 4.5% click-through rate to be bad for my channel.
Yeah, same with me.
Yeah. So like clearly like and before like a 4% would have been considered high because I would typically get 3 to 3.5, right? So like just that alone was a big thing. And then for retention, obviously having having like more like attention grabbers and attention keepers in the video. Um, I'm trying to learn a little bit more about things like hooks, right?
Yeah.
You shouldn't do that until they sponsor us.
Uh, I'm a
But
part owner,
that's
We
true.
gotta pick up the ladies. I'm a part owner of this joint over
I'm
here.
not a part owner of this, but it's okay. I'll drink it for free.
Okay. Just here's the figure.
I've been drinking Coke since long before anybody paid me. I just like the way it makes me feel. So yeah, I think it's pretty sustainable. I think honestly, I mean, it was well under a year to hit the 1,000.
Yeah.
So where am I at in another year? 3,000,
Yeah.
4,000, right? Like possibly, maybe more if I continue to get better at the videos themselves.
If it's just one video, I feel like I find it crazy that I haven't got one over 10,000 yet, and
Yeah,
it's more motivating. Like,
yeah. It's funny because like even like my very very best videos on MPW, which always happen to be the best ones.
yeah,
My best ones in on that stock top out like 5 or 6,000. I think I might have one that's like older that still occasionally gets views that might be up to like 7 or something by now.
yeah.
But like it's getting like it's difficult to get a video over 10,000 views with 1,000 to 1,500 subscriber audience.
I put AI Walter White in my thumbnail today for the portfolio update. I want to see if that does anything.
You're goddamn right.
You can't keep getting away with it. I love using that GIF whenever you do the Mogs. Yeah, my top 5 videos are the Joseph Carlson one, which is the second, of course, because he gets all the clicks. I ranked my best stocks: the Yield Max one, the SCHD, and another SCHD. So
Yeah.
I've capped that at 6.3K. So there's more room to grow. Fiscal's grown from 700 to 1K. I was with him when he was 13 with 13 subscribers.
Yeah, it's true. Yeah,
Right.
I had nothing when I first joined with Ryan's Discord and started talking. It's true. It's true. Like I went from basically nothing to like so since you've been on Reddit, there is a subreddit called Newtubers, I believe is the name of the subreddit. It's all like
I was hurt. Steve, I think, said something about it.
yeah. Honestly, the people on there would like the vast majority of them would say that you and I are like screaming successes, right? Like the average person that just tries to make a YouTube channel struggles so bad to get any traction at all.
Yes, that's a interesting way to like think about it. Like if you compare yourself to like a lot of like smaller, I guess, like there's so many people that are smaller than us, but it feels like at the same time we're still small,
Yeah. Oh yeah, sure. We're still a little fish in a big pond, but they're like tadpoles.
Yeah.
And there's way more tadpoles than there are of any fish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember when Dividend Dude started, I think everybody kind of thought he was slow, but then he had I was at 0 when he started. I thought Dividend Dude was like 20, or I thought he was like 24 when he started making videos, to be honest. Can you guys do a video about your method of screening? Ooh. I think, did I?
It's funny. I did a video about screening once a long time ago before there was any like editing or anything. So I went back through and I unlisted all of the videos I have that I would think would be drags on channel performance. If somebody starts like a watch session and keeps getting recommended my videos, like
Yeah,
what would make them like click off the channel? I've started the process of pruning out the worst historical performing videos in the channel to not screw things up from that
Yeah.
perspective.
Hmm.
And that was that was one of them. So maybe a redo is in order.
Yeah. Fellas, cigar butt approach. It's an old method, but it doesn't require rehashing it. Yeah, it's already it's like Michael Myers after the fourth or fifth film. You just can't keep beating it down.
It's also not. It can also cannot be killed, and it's not a man, and it's evil on two legs.
He's evil. Not a man.
He's evil on two legs.
Yeah, nobody likes a brag on. No, there's some people that don't have many subscribers in here. We're not Mr. Clouded here. I believe I have made a video of screening stocks.
Yeah. But, every once in a while, it's just, I hear through the pipeline about something, it piques my interest, and I do more research. But yeah, it used to be like I pull up a few different stock screeners and, pick and choose from the lists that, came from the stock screeners.
Yeah. Are we doing Cash Flow Kings merchandise? I know you mentioned earlier. Are we doing it? Eventually, later on.
Yeah, we want 100%. I think, isn't it 500 subs, 4,000 watch hours to be able to have the merch store? Yeah,
I haven't even linked it to my channel yet either.
I think when we get there, we should definitely do the merch. I mean, I think it would be awesome merch.
We'd have to think of funny ideas for that though.
100%. So first of all, like there just needs to be a shirt of me in the pirate costume and a shirt of you in the Batman costume.
I'd have to do a redo because do you know what like a rash guard is for like wrestling, jiu-jitsu? It's like a compression shirt basically. I got a Batman one, so I'd have to we could retake it, and I could get the Batman.
There's always next Halloween, as they say.
Dan's gonna steal that idea. One, watch Joseph Carlson. Two, why would he? No comment. We do have a certified financial arouser will be coming on stream soon. So, and we're looking to get more of you guys on here. So if you're interested in coming on stream, you think you want to come on, debate one of the two bigger names in YouTube finance and get some clout. Come on, we'll bring the heat.
For sure.
Yeah. I did my dividend segment, or my dividend income has been like weird. It's so it like fluctuates, which I don't care, but like I've been doing so much portfolio reconstruction over the last like 3 or 4 months. It's just like it's a roller coaster.
Yeah.
But my December, June months are crazy.
Yeah, my dividend income dropped when the 100 shares of Walgreens got called away from me. Oh no.
R.I.P.
It's okay. It's like it's not there's not quite as much blood red from Walgreens staring me in the face anymore, so it's okay.
Yeah. Feels like it, bro.
But low key, I still like I do think that they'll eventually recover and everything. But for now, it's just it's
what would have to convince you to sell out of Walgreens? Everybody's tried to tell you to sell it, except me.
It honestly, like, I would things would have to go sour with Village Medical, and retail would have to have a sustained lack of recovery over a period of time, right? Because at the moment, I'm convinced that it's cheap due to what I'm assuming to be temporary problems. They paid out billions of dollars in lawsuits this year connected to opioids, which I would assume that doesn't happen every year. That's giving me flashbacks of 3M with that, though. That's a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
And then you have like ridiculous, copious amounts of shoplifting happening, which isn't good. You have people are worried about that Mark Cuban pharmacy and Amazon, having an option for pharmacy and everything like that.
Mm-hmm.
But Amazon themselves, they're a little bit, aren't they getting hit with like antitrust stuff right now? Like,
Well, as some people in the chat might know right now, Amazon when
yeah,
it comes to the free
I
cash
mean,
flow profitability, it's a little lower.
yeah, I'm just saying, like, Walgreens knows the pharmacy game pretty well, and I don't think they're just gonna lie there and let themselves get, um, you know, rammed up the poop chute, so to speak, by the competition and do nothing. Same
Yeah.
with the retail theft, right? I really don't think that they're gonna just sit there and let themselves get bled.
Oh, I love opio. No problem.
Community guidelines strike.
If you like opioids, you'll like this shirt even more. I'll just say that. Do not hate on Amazon. Oh, come on.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah.
We'll talk about the Fortnite lobby dividend, dude. They're free cash flow positive this quarter. Walgreens need AI trust.
Yeah, maybe they need to replace all their pharmacists with Chat GPT.
Yeah.
Tell me your symptoms and I will dispense medication.
Instead of like the scrawny looking teenager working at the cashier, they could have an AI robot. Oh, speaking of AI,
They should get Ed, for security, they should get Ed 209 from RoboCop.
uh-huh.
Drop the merchandise. Have 5 seconds to comply.
Yeah,
that might deter.
Starbucks has cashierless stores now. Apparently, they have had for a few years, and they're building more. So
I think, didn't Amazon do that too at like malls or something?
I think in New York. Yeah, a lot of them doing them in like big cities.
And I think Nordstrom was even experimenting with that, like having these little mini pop-up like kiosk things that didn't have any employees or whatever.
Yeah. What could go wrong with Walgreens Boots Alliance AI? I don't know. Amazon's an AI. Yeah. Yeah, we got Starbucks AI. We can make AI. UPS is an AI company.
Don't forget Domino's. They're an AI company as well.
Yeah. So for the upcoming week, let's give a little preview of the weekly recap. Anything specific you're watching off the top of your head?
Like for the upcoming
any stocks that they're creeping a little back, or anything you're looking to sell out of?
I don't know how. I can't, like, I have a real hard time finding the sell button, to be honest with you.
Speaking of sell button, Crocs reported earnings on my birthday, and it made my birthday even better because it was down like 8%. And I could just shove it in your face.
One thing I will say, I think, oh gosh, I want to say that like Oatly or something might have earnings soon, and I don't have any Oatly stock, but I do know they have their products at Starbucks, don't they? Oatly,
I believe so.
Yeah. There is this one person in my comments, this absolutely unhinged maniac.
Oh my
every
God,
time something happens with Oatly's price, this dude comes out of the woodwork. I showed you the comments.
Yeah, you did.
Like every time, and he goes to my other videos too. So like if MPW is down, he goes on and everybody's like, ha ha ha. And you were talking crap about Oatly. How's this stock doing for you? And like this dude's got like a vendetta. But then like Oatly went to like 60 something cents, and from like 48 cents. And my video that I made on it like 2 months ago, I think it was like $1 a share or something back then. And he is still just keeps coming back to that same video, adding more replies to like, just like,
I have that with the Tesla comments too.
Yeah. It's like, man, like this guy cares so much about Oatly. And it's like he's attacking other people that like agreed with me in the comments. I have a channel member that said something like their investors, just like their oats, have been milked, which I thought was a pretty funny comment.
Yeah.
And like he was like, I can see that you're just a negative and I think he thinks that like I'm paid by the competition to make negative content about Oatly or something, because that, like he thinks I have some kind of agenda. And it's like,
Yeah,
no,
we
it's just,
definitely do.
it's just no. I think Oatly looks an awful lot like Tattooed Chef, financially speaking, and it looks like it could be going the same direction. Like, I don't know that for sure. Like, they could, turn it around, but like, it's not like their numbers look pretty bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
yeah, I don't
we
know.
have a new finance beef, and it's not FC Canada, but it's Dividend and Stabulo. So you guys can hash that out on the Discord link in the description. Ladies and gentlemen, we've hit the 5-minute warning, the infamous 5-minute warning at this point. So if you
Correct.
have any last questions, comments, concerns, more questions about where to find this nice looking merchandise, you guys already know. So how many times does you fiscal hit arms in a week? What's his arm sets like?
like once. Yeah, I barely touch weights anymore.
Is it an injury thing?
Yeah. I mean, and also just like work kind of gets in the, like, I'm trying to just juggle so many different things, and also like I did an initial visit with like a neurologist, and like they didn't even do anything, and even with insurance, I just got a bill for like over $400 for it.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like they haven't even like given me like the diagnostic test they're supposed to
Oh,
give me yet and stuff. It's like they did literally Dickie McGee's axe, and they billed me for $400, and I'm just like,
YouTube ain't paying for that. Frank asks,
I
would you
wish.
still buy Pepsi here at the right price? If we have
So
to go 130s, 140s.
so my answer on Pepsi, it's in the SCHD Destroyer portfolio, but that portfolio more or less ignores valuation. I did not look at anything's current or forward PE or anything like that when I was constructing that portfolio. It was just a combination of yield and growth. All dividend payers, but a combination of yield and growth. So some stuff that was higher yielding was probably cheaper on the value side. Let's keep it real.
Mm-hmm.
And some of the lower yield stuff was probably more expensive on the value side, but maybe had more growth.
Yeah. Airbnb is a good company now because it was up 6% last week, so it's a good
Yeah.
company.
So
They reported earnings also, and this
so
is one of certified financials arousers who did
so
purchase one of these fine looking T-shirts.
Airbnb is one of those examples of a company whose services I love using, but that I wouldn't be interested in investing in.
Any more specifics? I think we've gone over this before, right?
Yeah, it's just okay. So Airbnb has gotten to the point where communities are finding the level of saturation by them to be a nuisance and are trying to limit them in a lot of areas. And frankly, like, it's getting harder and harder for hosts to be profitable at Airbnb because there is so much competition now on the platform,
Yeah.
and they're priced like a growth company. And I mean, what's the avenue to growth if not growing the number of properties and hosts, other than like increasing their fees or whatever? And in which case, if they up their fees, people, because I know there's like there's this other place that does the same thing now. It's kind of
Yeah.
like an Uber / Lyft situation. I forget what Airbnb's competitor is called, but if they try to,
Marriott.
well, yeah, and they do, yeah, they have the traditional hospitality industry,
I will
still,
say, I went to a Marriott hotel in Toronto this summer, and well, the city itself was a dump. I thought the Marriott was really nice, and it was really
yeah,
packed, and it was just like it was a crazy experience compared to like your Airbnb you'd find in more of like a suburban area. So
yeah.
pretty interesting.
But yeah, like, just because and this is, I think, a fallacy a lot of investors fall into. They think if you like the product or the service of the company, that it must mean that it's a good investment. That is very untrue. If that was the case, I would own a lot of shares of this company. A lot.
Yeah,
I would
well,
have like 50% weighting in this. Okay.
Starbucks, unfortunately,
Right.
I own, but what else? What other companies could that I'd like that I don't own? I hate Toronto. I swear to God, it's gonna look like Detroit if it's Canada. I won't do anything. Fiscal, if you showed your performance,
My 2-year performance, I think that would be a pretty retarded thing to show.
whoa!
Like that would be like bragging about my year-to-date
We're
performance or
gonna
my
get
1-year
canceled.
performance. No,
Hey,
I'm just
if
saying,
we're gonna get canceled, you
like,
buy the merch. Buy the merch before you do.
because my value portfolio didn't even get started until 2022, early 2022. I'll tell you, I was break even on 2022 full year, and right now I'm probably underperforming for 2023, but I haven't checked.
We're gonna get canceled, Fiscal. We gotta watch it. I think.
Yeah, like I just personally think no, it's not negative 50%. I just
I agree with
I'm
you.
of the personal belief that performance over short periods of time literally doesn't matter. So I think I'm sending the wrong message by showing, performance over periods of year to date, 1 year, 2 year, whatever.
What do you consider long term? I don't think we've ever talked
I
about
mean,
it. I'm sure we
minimum
agree.
5 years, minimum 5 years.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I think
Yeah.
for me it's even longer.
Yeah, like yeah, if I'm dragging ass in, after 5 years of doing the same thing, I think yeah, might be time to, like, reconsider some things, but the 10, 15, or 20 is really what makes the difference.
Dividend dude, where did you get this philosophy from?
Yeah, so
The
like
transparency arc.
so I've shown my portfolio, like all my positions in my Discord before. Like I have nothing against transparency. I'm just not about, like,
I'm
this
just
is my
wondering
year
where
to date.
he got it from. I'm just
Yeah,
Joseph
because, like,
Joseph
okay,
got him in here.
like and this is something I always bring up in my Palantir videos, right? Because I'm up like 200% on that. Does that mean I'm a genius stock picker?
Yeah,
No.
this is the same with me because I started in I mean I invested a lot of my money during 2021, like in some of the positions that that I own that are down 30% today. So, all right, thank you for watching once again, everybody. We have good stuff coming up this week. I have an ultra video I plan to post sometime this week. I have, we got the weekly recap that'll be coming out. We go over the earnings too. Please don't cancel us. If of course
We,
you are
we've
going
got
to,
we've
if you're,
gotten like 6 strikes this episode so far. So
yeah, we got Joseph Carlson who's going to strike us. We got
he's gonna use his money bags to hire hitmen to come for us.
yeah, I have nothing to say. Um, once again, everybody, the shameless self promotion this stream, but purchase your merchandise. Use code dividends, of course, because dividends are free money, and you're going to be saving
Yeah.
free money. So do that. I think it expires Sunday. So thank you,
Listen,
everybody.
you can't afford not to buy his merch.
How could it's very comfy, and I have funny ads coming out this week too, and I've got some fun. I don't know if I could put them on, but I got some really funny ads that I'm gonna work on this week. So, thank you, Fiscal. Where can the people find you?
At my channel. Did you put the link in the description, Ryan?
Oh, I put it in. Don't worry.
Okay,
Don't worry.
all right. Guys, check the description right now. Subscribe to my channel. Also, subscribe to this channel. If any of you aren't subscribed to this channel, I'm gonna come and mog you.
Yeah, this is bogus. We haven't even hit 50 subscribers yet. I think we're at 48.
Unbelievable. Unfreaking believable.
Yeah, 48. We only need 2 more. Imagine if you sent it to a friends or family member. You and your cousin Mark could come on stream. You could have family reunions in the chat, discuss no words, plug in the channel, everything. So thank you again, everybody. All links are in the description. And of course, remember, do dividend stocks, not drugs, and cash
The
flow
flow
is
is king.
king. Oh yeah.